Hello everyone, you are watching a snippet of the program Countdown from November 17, 2022. Today is Thursday. See the full version on Patreon. And thanks to everyone who is becoming our patrons right now. This morning in Ukraine again an air raid alert. The rocket attack of the Rashists is not as large scale as the day before yesterday, but, as it were, hints, you can't relax. Telegram channels of Ukraine warn. Russians today can again hit the infrastructure of Ukraine. Charge your phones and stock up on water. Power outages are possible. Prime Minister Shmyhal, speaking at the Kiev International Economic Forum, commented on the new Russian strikes. Rockets are flying over Kyiv now. Now our gas production is being bombed, our enterprises in the Dnieper, Uzmash, are being bombed. The mayor of Dnipro-Filatov reported 8 victims, and the Rashists again launched rockets from the Black Sea. After a massive missile attack on Tuesday, the largest since the start of the Russian invasion, Energoatom completely shut down one of the nuclear power plants and reduced power at another plant in the west of the country. What is happening demonstrates that the situation with nuclear security in Ukraine may suddenly worsen, increasing the risk of a nuclear emergency, said IAEA Director General Rafael Grossi. Risks arise not only in connection with the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, which is located directly in the conflict zone, but at all nuclear facilities in Ukraine, he stressed. In total, there are 4 stations and 15 reactors in the country. Ukraine continues to clarify the damage caused by the massive missile attack on November 15. It is already known that the Kremlin spent more than $900 million, almost $1 billion, on this attack, and it's all the money of ordinary taxpayers. Therefore, none of the Russians inside the Russian Federation can consider themselves innocent of crimes against Ukraine. Directly or indirectly, each of them is a sponsor of a terrorist state, paying for the killings and destruction on the territory of Ukraine. No matter what grimaces the political scientists inside the cave make, it is already clear that the imperial zone will emerge from this war weakened and finally degraded. Political scientist Abbas Galyamov writes with undisguised regret, the most important outcome of the war from the point of view of domestic politics was the rapid loss of respectability by the state. The main newsmakers who speak on behalf of the authorities are now frankly undistinguished audiences, like Medvedev or Prigozhin. Let's add on our own. If Medvedev's drunken clown somersaults can be attributed to the work of image makers who sculpt such an image on purpose, covering Dimon's body with the shadow of Zhirinovsky, then the growing figure of Prigozhin causes anxiety, multiplied by fear. It is clear that this monster does not grow on its own. It is fattened for certain purposes. It is also clear that Wagner is not a private military company, but a structure well controlled by the state, a kind of wild division of criminal thugs created with the permission of Putin personally and under the patronage of the FSO. Otherwise, the chef himself would have been boiled long ago in the cauldron of the Ministry of Defense or smeared in an even layer on the Lubyanka wall. So no criminal initiative, everything is translucent, viewed and directed by the curators in the right direction. The hysteria about the execution of the notorious criminal Nuzin is a well-directed performance in which a prominent place was also given to good Russians such as Osechkin or the bulky Krashenikov. All this is warmed up in time by Prigozhin's own remarks, for example, about the rooster divisions, the meaning of which is clear only to the deep-seated convict people, who speak in half-mat, half-hair dryer. In this sense, Prigozhin and the people without convoy are in the same mental zone, getting closer and closer to merge into one. The representative of the second pole of the empire of evil, Ramzan Kadyrov, has completely ceased to imitate sanity, posting videos with slurred speech, indicating the altered consciousness of the author. What he uses there, light Venezuelan dust or heavy Afghan opiates, is difficult to determine from the monitor. But the holy war in this goat's head is already in full swing. Degradation from top to bottom is a sure sign of impending turmoil. But for the complete immersion of the empire, defeat in an external war is required. And that is exactly what late Putinism is delivering right now. Of course, not alone, but in an embrace with guards and the inhabitants of the zone who joined them. The cuckold people have entered into resonance with the Kremlin devils, and following the results of the rollicking Goita, they will answer for everything.
Hello everyone, it's me again. Laughs, again with you, Don. Mobile reporter CHGTRK Grozny, Don. Ramzan Kadyrov, who is already on the wanted list, Don. Gentlemen, SBU officers, Don. Appoint, Don. Appoint, Don. I'll come myself, Don. I will come for you, Don, and I will punish you for all your crimes, Don. So we are destroying you and will continue to destroy you, Don. And catch. Do you know how many prisoners I have, Don? So, laughs, I'm in Grozny, in the center, if anything. If you need data, then full data, I will send the location in full. In short, Don, wait for me, Don. You, even if I come, Don, you will not have the courage to detain me, Don. Akhmet is power, Allahu Akbar, Russia is power.
Become our patrons now and look further in this program. The mood of the population inside Russia is far from victorious. Nobody doubts that there will be a new wave of mobilization. More than 92% of respondents are waiting for her, and 49% will go to the military registration and enlistment office on the agenda or as volunteers. Even experienced propagandists lose their nerves from military successes. Yevgeny Popov threw a tantrum on the air of Russia 1. He wants to ride a Sapson, but he does not want to ride a Russian trio. The aftertaste of the fall of missiles on the territory of Poland. So whose missiles were they really? Ukrainian Foreign Minister Kuleba, in a conversation with U.S. Secretary of State Blinken, says that the time has come to supply Patriot systems for Ukrainian air defense. Ukraine equips a wall on the border with Belarus in the Volyn region, a moat without crocodiles, but still impressive, so that another cuckold nation does not climb with its brotherly embrace. And that is all. See the full version of the program on the Patreon resource. And thanks to everyone who is becoming our patrons right now. I hugged everyone. Meet tomorrow on Friday Live. Glory to Ukraine.